International Journal of Health Policy and Management. Quality and speed are our culture and the keys to our success. Welcome to the audio summary section of the International Journal of Health Policy and Management.
Hello, my name is Maarten Jansen from the Radboud University Medical Center in Nijmegen, the Netherlands. And I'll briefly introduce our commentary titled Fair Processes for Priority Setting, Putting Theory into Practice, which is a comment on the original article by Daniels and colleagues called Expanded HTA, Enhancing Fairness and Legitimacy. Daniels and colleagues have called for an expansion of the practice of health technology assessment in order to better capture societal values relevant to public reimbursement decisions of health technologies. They propose embedding HTA in a fair process and call for stakeholder involvement, in the sense that this allows for the inclusion of stakeholder values, and we agree with this. We see this as an important development in the revision of theory and tools for priority setting by moving away from rather technocratic approaches that merely aim to maximize health gains, to instead interpreting priority setting as a value-laden political process in which the use of a fair deliberative process, or evidence-informed deliberative processes as we call it, contributes to setting legitimate priorities in health. Yet, as we see it, the development of such processes for priority setting has largely been theoretical. In our commentary, we propose further practical leadways on how these processes can be implemented in practice. We argue that this requires the meaningful inclusion of stakeholders' values and expertise, and that this can only be realized if HTA is explicitly organized as an ongoing learning process among stakeholders, to acquire shared knowledge on what is valuable about a specific health technology and help negotiate between vested interests of stakeholders. Organizing HTA as learning requires firstly that well-organized deliberative processes and procedures are established that induce and help stakeholders spell out what they find relevant values from the very start of the decision-making process. Secondly, it is the key that stakeholders reflect upon this evidence whenever it becomes available during the process. They need to ask themselves what the evidence means to them in their current practices and what new questions are relevant to prioritize for assessment. This learning among stakeholders must continue throughout the process until the end, when politically authorized decision makers have to reach a final or provisional decision. In our commentary, we provide further practical leadways on questions relating to these evidence-informed deliberative processes, so I hope you will take the time to read our commentary, and thank you for listening.